Mr. Sim looks like an ordinary old man. He likes to drive, eat ice cream, and play on his computer. I wondered what started Mr. Sim's interest in technology. No sugar in your tea, right?
It was the year 1948. That was the year I joined telecoms. Actually, it was a pan-Malaysian department. And when Singapore becomes independent, telecoms department was called Telecoms Authority of Singapore. These days, we know it as Singtel. I was employed as a telegraph operator. Day in, day out, I did nothing but just receive the telegraph signal, which makes me very sick of the job. When I look at the other people working there, the technicians and all that, and I was so interested in the work that they are doing. And because I was so interested, I studied on my own, learned about telegraph, radio, mathematics. On my first attempt, I passed all the papers that I set for. When I showed that to the engineer in charge of the station, he said, "Are you interested in the technical side of the job?" I said, "Yes, of course." I was being promoted quite fast. My first job was to be in charge of the VHF. When telecoms first started, we don't have our own base station because those days we just piggyback on the police network. Our first base station was built at Mount Faber. We had a tower which is about 200 feet high. The transmitter can cover almost quite a big portion of Singapore.
As Mr. Sim tells me about the early forms of telecommunications, I think about how slow everything must have been in the past compared to the hyper-connectivity of the present. One of the things he talked about was how the HF radio works.
HF radio works by means of this layer in the ionosphere, the radio wave of certain frequency bounce and bring it back to Earth. One hop, two hop. Later on, they improved this HF radio by using satellite communication.
Even the most advanced technology back in the day moved at a snail's pace compared to what we have now. Perhaps that made people cherish being able to communicate with one another much more.
Actually, I was the first person to use solar panel in Singapore. Even the newspaper man came in to interview me. Wow. Nowadays, you can find solar panel everywhere.
Everywhere in Singapore? Wow, I didn't know you were so famous.
I'm not so famous lah. Hey, I can show you something more famous.
Oh, okay.
President Benjamin Shears. This is me.
What event was this?
Oh, this was the opening of the satellite Earth station in Sentosa.
Can I see?
Yeah. I was asked by the GM to conduct the president round the Sentosa complex.
Singapore Satellite Earth Station Sentosa, officially opened by Dr. Benjamin Henry Sheares, President of the Republic of Singapore on 23rd October 1971. Ooh, the Efficiency Medal. Mr. Sim say hi. Not bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all these old photos. Hey, is that you in your school uniform?
Yeah. When I was in school, I went to RI. Actually, Lee Kuan Yew was also there in school during that time. He was 1 year my senior. Hey, that's my wife. That's Nellie. You know, this picture,
Yeah.
I painted it.
Wow.
In those days, they don't have color picture. So I use the watercolor. I buy the color. I painted. See? Nice.
Nice.
No?
Yes, very nice. So how were you formally introduced to each other?
We work in the same place lah. Naturally, I will go and talk to her lah. And you know, my boss actually play matchmaker. He went quietly to her and tell her. He says, "Hey, that boy, he looks like he's interested in you." You know that boy, he has got very good potential here.
So how do you feel about all the work that you've done in telecommunications in Singapore?
Well, I'm quite happy that I was the first, you can consider, the pioneer of the satellite Earth station.
I wonder how many of us take such pride in our work as he does. I found out that the Earth station is still at Sentosa.
Up there is the receiver room and the transmitter room. The transmitter room is where the high power amplifier is located. That transmitter will amplify the signal into very high power and feed it into the antenna. The receiver is a low noise receiver. It will receive the very small signal that is coming down from the satellite. So small that is actually lower than the noise level surrounding us. And this receiver is able to amplify this small, very small signal into an intelligible signal to be used.
Wow, Akong, it's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so are you.
Okay. Wow! What's this? Satellite Earth Station first day cover. Hey, this is very, very nice. Wonderful.
I love you.
Thank you.
Mr. Sim simply did his work to the best he could. He was constantly improving himself. Until today, he's never lost his desire to learn, innovate, and connect. Mr. Sim's contributions to Singapore's telecommunications development were invaluable in the years he worked in the industry. Because of the work of pioneers like him, Singapore's Infocom infrastructure has become what it is today.